I'm Dietrich Knorr. I'm originating from Austria in Europe. I got my PhD at the University of Agriculture in Vienna. I became an assistant professor there, and then I went to the United States for a postdoc visiting professor position in Berkeley, California at Cornell University, and then I went to the University of Delaware as associate professor, full professor, acting chair of the department. And because I wanted to go back to Europe again, eventually I finally accepted a position at the university in Berlin, Berlin University of Technology, and I have been there since 1987. Head of the department, director of the institute, and I recently joined the emeritus status, but I still have PhD students and graduate students, and so I'm slowly winding down.
Excellent.
Research-wise, we are working on the program is called Food Biotechnology and Process Engineering. Food biotechnology, we do mainly plant biotechnology, especially interested in beneficial secondary metabolites, antioxidants, antimicrobial agents, and then in the process engineering, mainly process development of emerging technologies, high pressure, pulsed electric field, ultrasound, plasma. And we are very proud that we started with high pressure in the United States in '83, and now there are all over the world about 200 industrial scale high pressure units. And pulsed electric field, we initiated a lot of work in our laboratory, among others. But out of the laboratory, 2 former PhDs joined the German Institute of Food Technology, and they brought the pulsed electric field technology to industrial application, 50 ton per hour units now. So this is something we think we made a major contribution to also industrial development of technologies. The young scientist idea emerged in Europe. I have been involved in the European Federation of Food Science Technology. I'm president for a few years now, and having 3 daughters and being pushed by the needs of young scientists, and all 3 went to the university and were complaining about the situation and career development and how advisement was taking place at universities and in high school. I thought it would be necessary, on the one hand, to help the young scientists for career development, and also, in all fairness, to look for the next generation of our leaders, because as most of the food-related organizations, we are becoming all older and older, and there's a gap with the new people and younger colleagues, so we are trying to fill the gap. I also feel that mentoring of young scientists is very, very important, because this seems to be something that has been lost in the last 20 years or so, that everybody is just looking after him or herself, and taking care and helping young scientists can be something very rewarding. And we felt we should start that in Europe. It was quite successful. We have every year annual meeting of the European Federation of Food Science Technology, IUFoST, and we always had successful young scientist meetings involving industry, involving academics, and some of the people that came out have been very successful, and so the idea was to transform this or transfer this concept to the International Union of Food Science and Technology. I should also add that we had in Europe a big European Union project called Novel Q, Novel Product Development and Process Development, and there were about, within the project, it was a 10 million project, I think 25 or so PhDs sponsored by the project, and within the project there was a career development network, and this was so highly successful that we thought we should maintain the concept. And this was Roger Fenwick from the UK, IFR, and he was basically having the idea, and he was spearheading the activities, and I think he was probably the father of this young scientist idea. Yeah, it was for me kind of interesting to see that the students saw it, or the young scientists had similar approaches. The most important issue that came up today in the young scientist workshop was communication, need for communication. And to me it was actually amazing to see how young scientists felt, and this in the 30s, how they felt they should take their skills, communicate with their high schools, go back even to grad schools. So communication on the one hand to younger generations and educate them about food science. The other thing I found very rewarding, that they realized the need for integrating the food chain, basically from the farm to the consumers. They were dealing with issues such as waste, food losses and waste, and I think that the real future need will be that we open up food science to other disciplines, that we are not stuck with food science alone, but that we team up with other branches of science such as engineering, medicine, physics, material science, because I don't believe that alone, food science alone nutrition, I forgot, food science alone cannot tackle all the problems, the grand challenges of the future.